way of thinking and the attitude of the Quran comes basically with, as we said in the very first lesson, ta'ahud, with continuous engagement. So the Quran imprints itself on you when you continuously engage. So you have to become a friend. You know, like when you're two friends, you know each other inside out. So you have to become like a friend. And then when you become like a friend, it's fiqh imposes itself upon you. So it's a way of thinking actually, more than the halal haram. Yeah.
You said that Aisha fasted every day.
Yeah.
Is this the sunnah?
So that there is a hadith of the Prophet ﷺ that the best of fasts is the fast of Dawood, where you fast one day and don't fast another day. You know, but many of the early people, they used to fast every single day. Right? So it could be many explanations. One explanation could be that they didn't know this hadith. Or the other explanation is that they used to say that this hadith is only a recommendation. And the other hadith, which is that you should not do siyamud dahr, you should not do fasting for the whole of time. We don't do that anyway because we break on Eid. So it could be that. So we don't know exactly why. But many of the Aisha used to do this. Many of the tabi'een used to do this actually.
Because they had no food, so they just ate once and fasted.
Could be, yeah.
The Prophet he was fasting every Monday and Tuesday.
Yes, Prophet used to fast every Thursday. Yes, that's the sunnah, yeah. So it could. I don't think it was that they had no food because they used to have food to break fast. You know, she said faturi, as if she expected food to be there. She expected it to be there rather than have we got any food?
Yeah.
Especially afterwards when the Muslims became very rich. You know, afterwards people were so poor anymore. It was that Meccan period, the Medinan period, they were very poor, especially the Meccan period.
Yeah.
But after the conquests, money poured in. And Aisha used, hundreds of thousands of dirhams here and there. And she used to have, other income as well. So I don't think it would be that, no. Inshallah. Anything else?
This is a quite basic question actually.
Yeah.
You know, we said in reference to people or the giving dawah to those who don't believe, la ikrah fid din, so don't force it upon them, there's no compulsion.
Yeah.
But once somebody has, like I said, somebody does convert, how do you approach them in terms of let's say he says, well, I don't really want to fast 5 times a day.
Yeah.
And some people say, oh, well, la ikrah fid din, don't force it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, something. What did I say? Oh, did I say fast?
Pray, yeah, I know what you mean.
Sorry.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
how do you kind of deal with these,
Yeah, no, it's a good question and it's important. Yes, it's if somebody feels they can't yet pray that many times, then you will be rewarded for saying pray once for the time being and slowly. So you will be rewarded for that because your goal is not to compromise the Sharia. Your goal is actually to bring people to Islam closer, and people need to become to Islam sometimes gradually. Sometimes they do need to come gradually, especially in this society where they don't have support mechanisms. We're not in a Muslim country where the people hear the adhan and everybody's going, not even there people don't necessarily go to business, but but people, if they say that, then don't push them away. Don't push them away. Never push people away. So say yes, pray once a day now, and yeah.
I don't want to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
As you mentioned, this la ikrah fid din. So some people might interpret it as that even these are people who have been Muslims since they were born. That there's no compulsion for them. So therefore, let's say for example a simple thing of wearing the hijab. So they don't want to wear the hijab.
Oh right.
They don't have to wear the hijab.
Yeah.
Because there's no compulsion. But because someone's explaining to me is that there's no compulsion in becoming a Muslim. Once you are a Muslim, then there is compulsion.
That's true actually. That is true because like karaha fi deen means there is, like you said, it's no compulsion in bringing people to the deen. That's what it means. But it's true that when you become a Muslim, then you're obliged to then, and there can be ikrah, which is why people can have to pay zakah. The hurubu ridda, Abu Bakr waived. That was a form of So just like in anything, if you don't want to come to this country and don't want to abide by its laws, you don't have to come here. But once you're here and you accept the constitution or whatever, you accept that you're a citizen, you have to abide. There's laws, and nobody will accept from you that you don't abide by these laws. So once you've accepted any law, any religion, any form of life, there has to be something to make you. Of course, there are things between you and Allah. No one can make you, right? But after that is different. Yeah, after that is different.
I was going to say, when you were talking about the charity, the hadith you mentioned about it being a saviour for your ill, I missed the hadith.
Being, sorry?
When you give charity.
Being saved from that hellfire.
As in your health is
Oh, داووا مرضاكم بالصدقة. داووا مرضاكم بالصدقة.
So you can, isn't it? It's very clear from the hadith that definitely your health will be saved from.
Yeah, and inshallah, we pray, inshallah.
So I mean, for example, if someone was ill, wanted to, apart from making dua for them.
Yeah, one of the ways is to give the sadaqah, yeah. Another way is sadaqah. Another way is dua as well.
No, of course,
but I'm not saying it doesn't have to be, immediate sometimes. Just like dua is not immediate sometimes, but it's the hadith. As far as I know, it's an authentic hadith. It's a very famous hadith.
It's just, subhanAllah, you quite regularly hear kind of people trying to convince people to give charity. They always kind of say certain things, but it's the first time I've heard
that one, yeah. I'll check how authentic it is, but as far as I know, but I'll check it, inshallah. Maybe it's one of these hadiths I've heard from a khutbah or something.
I was just wondering the hadith, if I could I was wondering what the hadith was, so I've got it in my mind.
Yeah, no, it's a good point. I'll check it. I'll check it, inshallah. I'll check it. I've known this hadith for a long time, but I'll check it again, inshallah. But don't do what I did a few times. Learn hadith from khutbahs. You'll get weak hadith from khutbahs. A lot of people say a lot of weak things in khutbahs.
I've heard this hadith before.
You've heard it, yeah. Inshallah. وياكم. بارك الله فيك.
Because sometimes you come to people and you say, give charity and you can say you can help. Oh, I remember the hadith, but I've kind of started. What I try and do is I try and stick to the hadith in your head, especially when you say Arabic. And then it's clarified because what ends up happening with the hadith.
Who's in charge of this?
Some verse, some hadith, I can't remember if it's a